So that is how you can set up a C-corp and or LLC and also earn $100 to $300 as a bonus by setting up an LLC and C-corp with Bank of America or a Mercury account. Hi, welcome back to Build FBA. Today we are going to see how to set up an LLC or a C-corp and why to set up a C-corp or an LLC and what is the difference between the two. Let's go. So why to set up an LLC? Well, if you are starting any business or you are getting into any business, it may be e-commerce or an agency or any of that sort, you would like to have your business in a separate account, in a separate entity. The reason behind this is that it keeps your liabilities, your personal liabilities and your business liabilities separate. In case if there is any kind of default in your business or any kind of concerns with your business, it does not migrate into your personal life or into your personal accounts. So that's one of the most critical factor to save your assets, your personal assets, from any kind of liabilities in your businesses. So that separates two things. That's one part. The second thing is, whenever you start a business, as the business starts growing, if you are going to have a same account or a single account to manage your personal expenses and your business expenses, you are not going to know, are you really profitable or what kind of profit you are making? Your accounting gets very complicated in simple terms. So it's always best to have a separate entity. So with that, let's start and see how you can set up an LLC or C-corp or what is the preferred choice one can choose. So LLC is a limited liability company, whereas C-corp is just a normal, is a corporation by shares. So basically it's like a private limited firm. Having said that, most people prefer to go with LLC. If you're a multi-member, which means if you are more than one partner, maybe you and your spouse or with another friend, if you are managing a business, it's best to go with a multi-member limited liability company. After this choice is something which you have to decide with your CPA, but setting up an LLC is not very difficult in US. You may or may not be in US, you may or may not have an SSN. So you can set up an LLC in US without having an SSN. After there are few citizens of few countries who are not allowed to set up an LLC in US. They are mostly from countries like North Korea or I'm not remembering other names, but especially those who don't have great relationships with the US. So apart from that, anyone from the world can set up an LLC in US. Let's start with the process and the procedures. You need basically two documents to set up an LLC. One is your passport and the other one is a utility bill, which can be your cellular bill, your mobile bill, or your power bill or your electricity bill or whatever you may have to show that you as a person exist in this address. Apart from that, in some states, for setting up an LLC, you need to have a physical address. When I say you need a physical address, it can be also a mailbox. So you can go ahead and set up a address with the anytime mailbox, which costs $10 a month, but it's one of the best things to have because you will need an address to set up an LLC in US if you are not a resident of US. How to do that? I've put up a link in the description below on how to set up an anytime mailbox address, which is quite easy and doesn't cost much. It just costs $10. So IMC Authority is one of the ones which I use personally multiple times to set up my LLC, and I also form a C-corp with them, and it's almost free. I say almost free because if you need more services or you need faster services, you have to pay. But if you don't need to, if you don't need any faster services and all the other stuff, then I think it's as good as free. Apart from that, they also have a tie-up with Bank of America, which once you open an account with Bank of America, you get around $100, and if you get a corporate credit card, you get another $200 as a bonus. So basically, it makes your whole journey as good as earning $100 or $200 or $300 in total as a bonus. You also get a $100 as a bonus if you open an online account with mercury.com, for which I have already put up a link in the description. You can just go through it. Anyways, starting with how to set up an LLC and the process for it. First, you have to find if the name which you want to set up an LLC with, is it available? So let's start with, let's say, Life Starter LLC. That's cool. So we have a name available. Uh, so then you just select your business type. Is it limited liability corporation or is it C? And okay, S corp is something which is only for US citizens. It is when you have an social security number available. I personally do not prefer S corp because it's a very limited in terms of if you want to expand. I believe it is not something which, I mean, of course, again, it's a decision you have to take with your CPA. But I personally prefer C corp or an LLC. So I'll go here with LLC. You can select your state. The most easiest state which I found was Delaware. So I will go with Delaware. I am gonna select yes because I'm sure many of you will be setting it up for the first time. Let's say 30 days. When will Life Starter be open for business? 30 days. In 30 days. What type of business is Life Starter? So let's say mine is an e-commerce. Will Life Starter be hiring employees in first 12 months? I would say yes. Will you be accepting credit card payments? Yes, if you're gonna go into Shopify or having your own agency or whatever. Let's put the names over here. Let's put an email. I'm just putting up a makeup email over here. Don't want my numbers to be visible for everyone. So yes, I agree. 7, continue. Well, is a business owner LLC. I will select no over here. Let's maybe because many of you, if you are a US citizen, it's very easy. It's not much anyways. Or will you set a description? Commerce business selling products and services online. You have to set up a complete address. Let me put up a address over here. I'll continue as guest. Your order of life includes 1 year of free registration by employee, which is of 117 value. So basically it comes free. Add to order, which is for free. Well, I believe EIN number is necessary if you want to open a US bank account. Otherwise, it's going to get difficult. So I will select yes. Operating agreement is what it's up to you. I don't need it so fast. Online business presence is something which I can do it myself. We don't need an advisor. Yes, I would like to get an account because it gets me $100 to $500 bonus with a new business checking account and a credit card, which is awesome. There you have it. It's free. And the only fee which you have to pay is $140, which is a Delaware state filing fee. Now, this fee depends on state to state. There are some states where you can virtually get it for free without any payment. I think you just need to go through it and search for a state which is free. You can try states like Oregon or Washington, perhaps. I personally prefer Delaware for LLC because of the lot of rules and laws around it, which protects LLC in multiple situations. Again, it's a personal choice and it's a choice based between you and your CPA, which I am not someone to guide you on that. Having said that, you make a payment and your LLC is good to go. After it will take 7-8 days for all the paperwork and everything to be finished, and you are good to go with your LLC. So once you have formed your LLC, you got your EIN number, you got all your documents for an LLC. After your LLC formation, especially EIN number, which is employee identification number, which is one of the critical numbers without which you cannot open an account. So once you get that, you can go to mercury.com. I have put up a link in description, which is a link which will provide you $100 to $300 on signing up, and after putting $1,000 in the account. All the details are there in the link. Just go on it and check it out, and within 30 days they create you $100 to $300 depending upon the facilities of things you use from them. And that's how your LLC becomes free, and that's the best way to prepare an LLC. I hope that you enjoy this video. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.